Jim Craig is a national hero. He is an Olympic gold medalist and a member of the 1980 Miracle on Ice hockey team that stunningly defeated both Finland and Russia for the gold medal. As a goalie, he made 39 saves in that memorable game against the Russians. He is making saves of a different kind now. His father died of a ruptured abdominal aortic aneurysm. Let's listen to Jim.
I think the team I was on in 1980 had a dream that started with its coach. And he was able to recruit a right group of guys who are willing to take on a challenge to the unknown. And I think our team was all about what we as Americans think about today. You know, the ability to have this dream and to have a coach who could lead you to this place where nobody else thought was possible. And if you think whether it's medicine or curing any disease, it's somebody who believes in a dream that nobody else believes in, and that's why the rewards are so great. So when I think back of our team, I just think of a bunch of guys who are committed to a shared dream.
The number of Americans with an abdominal aortic aneurysm is staggering, and so are the consequences.
This became very personal for me because my father died of an abdominal aortic aneurysm when he was only 68 years old. And there were plenty of signs there, as you become more knowledgeable, that he could have been saved.
The symptoms of abdominal aortic aneurysm often mimic other, less threatening conditions. Dr. Aaron Chavou is a vascular surgeon at Vascular Surgical Associates.
What we're doing today is fixing an abdominal aortic aneurysm. The patient has an enlargement of the abdominal aorta, and it's approximately 5 centimeters in size, that's about 2 inches. And as opposed to doing an open repair of the aneurysm where we're going and actually making an incision on the abdomen, we're going to be going through the groins and actually fixing the aneurysm from inside. It's called endovascular repair.
Dr. Stephen Owita describes the best candidate for this procedure.
The appropriate candidate is a patient with an aneurysm that's over 5 centimeters in size, that has anatomy that will allow us to put a graft in from the legs. And what I mean by that is the aneurysm begins with enough distance away from the kidney arteries that we can safely land it in that area without covering up the kidney arteries. The other thing they have to have is the patient has to have adequate, what we call access vessels, meaning that we can get the devices, which are catheter-based, long tubes, from the groin arteries up into the main aorta. If they have a lot of blockages along the way, it makes it difficult to get them there. So those are the appropriate candidates, and it's really opened up the ability to treat patients with aneurysm disease. The lady we're treating today is 83, and you know, putting an 83-year-old through a big operation is not the most fun thing in the world to do, but when you can do it through 2 little groin incisions, you can get them through it.
The stent placement performed by Dr. Chavou and Dr. Owita is done via a minimally invasive approach.
When you compare it to open aneurysm surgery, where you're guaranteed of 2 to 3 days in the ICU, another 5 to 7 days in the hospital, and a full 6 weeks of recovery, these patients have almost no pain, routinely go home the first post-op day, and resume normal activities within 7 to 10 days. Because all they have to do is heal up 2 little groin incisions.
The aneurysm is visible as a large swelling in the aorta, much like a balloon ready to burst. The graft is inserted through the artery into the aneurysm. The procedure is life-saving and prevents rupture of the aneurysm.
And if all we have to do with our ability to make people aware is to tell them to get screened, and it can save lives. I know the pain because I saw my father not be diagnosed.
What we're very much about is screening for abdominal aortic aneurysms. There are a number of people at risk, and the most common is males greater than 65 who have ever smoked in their lives, and they have a risk as much as 5 to 10%, so 1 in 20 to 1 in 10.
If you have risk factors for aortic aneurysm, get tested. The screening is painless and easy. See your vascular surgeon today. This has been Dr. Stan Dysart for the Marietta Daily Journal Health Connection, connecting you to your life and your health.